Your options.
Okay, so for the last segment of the Hot Chips podcast this week, we thought we'd have a special order, which is when we discuss something that's off the beaten path of our usual content, or doesn't fit in with one of our other puntastic headlines. This week, YouTube Gaming launched, so that was very exciting. As a person that streams not that often, I feel like I'm not super qualified to give an opinion, but I did have a go with the new interface. I had a go at it. Played some Hearthstone on a night this week, and just to see what it was all about. Pretty awesome. It looks great. Feels much like any other streaming software to use. There wasn't anything that was like, holy wow, they've really stepped the game up here. As an entry to the streaming market, I feel like they've done a really good job. It's solid, it works. I have no real complaints about it. The only things that did annoy me slightly were really minor things that I think Twitch has kind of done. So Twitch is the only other service I've ever used. Has anyone ever used?
Big Twitch user.
Yeah, see, I don't think I've streamed a single thing. Maybe only on PlayStation 4 just to test out what that sort of system was.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Other than that, I haven't done streaming.
Right.
So
because there are literally hundreds now of streaming software
Yeah.
providers.
Oh, right.
You've got a Zubu, you've got, what is it, Dingers.
Dingers. There's like
Dingers.
tons.
I like Dingers.
Yeah.
Ding it.
Oh, Ding It.
Dingers would be
It should
I like
be Dingers.
Dingers.
Yeah.
Right.
Raise your Dingers.
Oh no.
Why?
So there's lots of them, but obviously Twitch is the major player in the market.
Yeah,
Everyone
right.
knows. That's what I've used previously, most extensively, though not super extensively. So YouTube coming into the market have released a great release. It's good. Things that bothered me are really small, like the fact you can't pop the chat out. They have like this entirely separate interface where you can watch the health of your stream and
cool.
monitor, statistics and stuff as you go. Which was kind of cool. Like, no, I don't think there's anyone that's really sitting there looking at that.
So is that only
Yeah.
for the person streaming?
Yeah,
Yeah,
so as
yeah.
the content creator, you can
Right,
see that,
right.
and you can kind of see, if your stream's audio is down, or if the frame rate's dropping, or if
Right.
any of that bad stuff's happening, which is great. But usually when I stream on Twitch, I just pop the chat out, have that in the corner of my screen, and that's all I really care about. And if the stream is bad, then the viewers are going to tell me that the stream's bad, and that's.
Yeah.
So that's a slight differentiation, and where
Yeah.
I felt a bit of a disconnect because the chat screen was like this whole other window which I had to keep flicking back to. It had video on it, and it was a bit weird.
I had a really good experience this week streaming.
You did?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
For 5 minutes?
I just like with the software, the streaming software, not so much the streaming itself,
yeah,
but the
so
software
yeah,
stuff.
XSplit was great.
Yeah, so I downloaded the new. I don't know how new it is. I didn't know it existed though, because I had always streamed using the XSplit broadcaster software in past, which you kind of set up your camera, you do all that sort of thing. There's another product that's called XSplit Gamecaster, which actually integrates with your game.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
wow.
as soon as you start up a game, it says, "Do you want to start streaming?" And then you click it, and then you can actually position the camera and the
that's
Twitch
cool.
chat and stuff all on your game's
So
UX,
your
UI.
video your game is full screen, or is it
Yeah.
still
It
could
windowed?
be in
or-
this
It could be
case,
either.
so
I had it
previously-
windowed, but
I've only ever streamed windowed games because of this reason.
Yeah,
right? You can't
yeah.
see all those elements around. I only run one screen. If I did dual screen setup, then I'd stream a lot more things. But so Minecraft and Hearthstone are really the only things that I can do with that window, and then a window of chat. So this solves that problem.
yeah. So on your actual game, user interface, you can have your camera set up and move it around like a tile
Nice.
on the game, and you can also you can't do this with YouTube yet, but with Twitch, you can have a little a widget on your game that shows the Twitch chat.
Oh,
so you
that's
don't
cool.
have to have a separate
Yeah,
window
yeah.
open for your Twitch chat.
Yeah.
So that's really cool. I didn't it's probably been out a couple of months. I don't
It's been
know.
out for a long time.
Yeah.
I only gave that a go.
But really cool. Like
Yeah.
it just removes all that unnecessary like dual screen stuff that you had to
Yeah.
do in the past.
Yeah.
Very cool, very cool. I like that. So I wanted to use that and stream on Twitch, but because YouTube Gaming was just out, I was like, we have to do it for YouTube Gaming. So I attached my account to that. Attaching accounts is very easy, by the way. Very
and
easy to
switching
do.
is relatively easy too.
Yeah.
So like if you do want to run both, it's not hard.
Okay.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, they don't have that widget for YouTube chat.
Yeah.
So you can't do that yet.
Yeah.
Hopefully that's coming because that's a really cool feature.
Yeah.
But overall, I really liked the YouTube streaming. I liked it mainly because when you finish streaming, it automatically saves that stream,
that is
and
right.
you can go into it like Twitch does as well.
Okay.
But like, it's the interface on YouTube gaming is much easier to actually go to that highlight stuff. You can edit it, and then you can like change the title and post it. It just becomes. It takes out that whole step of going, and actually having to put quite a bit of decent effort in to go and edit your stream and make it a video clip.
Wait, so you can actually edit like the clip?
So YouTube has editing tools in it.
Because I literally tried to do this with my clip and I couldn't.
Oh,
so
really?
did I go past that step?
I don't remember how I got there. I just remember finishing the stream and then going to check it out, and then it was like, because there was a setting that's like, do you want to enable VOD or whatever?
Yeah.
So I had that clicked on, and then it was like, it took me to that screen where the stream had finished, and it gave me all the tools to like, gives you the color balances and stuff. And
I didn't
all,
see
like,
this, so I must have skipped that step completely. Maybe I just closed that window.
Maybe.
Because I now have a saved version of that stream, but it's not edited in any way, and it has the same title that my stream had.
Oh, see, now I could go back and change all that. We'll have to confirm. Maybe we could do a tutorial on it or something.
Yeah.
But no, I thought it was very cool, and I thought
because I wanted to check out the stuff.
That's YouTube's strength to me over Twitch. Twitch will always be, in my opinion, a better streaming service for people that just want to stream.
Why?
Because I feel like the way that you go there and you browse, the content's always live.
But YouTube does
I'll go
have
into
that
it.
same...
I'll go into it. A YouTube game just...
Yeah.
Yet. It doesn't yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
This is
Not
the
yet.
same
Good
reason.
throw.
This is the same reason I really like Justin TV over, Justin TV, not necessarily a legal service, but better than kind of Netflix, because I like the fact that I can just browse, and the content, I don't have to really think about it. Like on Justin TV, you could click on any channel, and it would just provide you content in the same way like a TV station does.
Right.
And you don't have to be like, what do I want to watch today?
So we've had this argument before, because I think that YouTube does that.
I don't.
It brings you your recommended stuff based on what you watch. And you just click on it and view it.
You have to put the time into building that recommendation.
Yeah, you do with Justin TV as well, though.
Yeah, kind of.
But because on Justin TV, you could sit there, you could go on, and you could sit back, and like you
can
never
do that
have to
on
click
YouTube.
anything else ever again.
Up next just plays. It just rolls
Yeah,
over.
but what does up next mean? Like,
What does it mean on Justin TV? Neither is better. You're just
neither is. That's correct. Like this is my opinion, and I feel the same way about Twitch. To me, seems like a streaming service where I'd go to a streamer and I watch it. I know it's live. I know I can browse for something live. Whereas YouTube gaming didn't have that. It didn't feel like it had that same. These are all the live broadcasters right now. It was
Like
much
these
more.
currently
It's
on.
right down the right hand side. You're that guy that gets annoyed when Milo changes the recipe.
Yeah, that would annoy me. But like
That was
YouTube
big.
to me.
Hey, this is Get Salty Part 2 of the week. Heads up.
YouTube to me will always have that feel of it's video on demand content.
Yeah.
It's not so much about the live. The live is secondary to that video on demand.
Is it a case that it's just because it's new and they've just
It
started
may
out
be.
that they're
I'm
they're
not
not
so-
sure what are people wanting from when they first hit
I
YouTube?
also
Well, I don't think it's a
Start
bad
standards
thing. I'm not
high.
saying it's wrong. I think
Yeah.
I like that about YouTube.
Right.
Like, and that's why I think it makes sense that it's so much easier to actually take your streams and make it video on demand.
Sure.
Like, I think that's why it feels better to do that on YouTube than it does on Twitch. Like, I can see people putting a lot more effort into doing that through YouTube streams than they currently do on Twitch. Because currently on Twitch, people do it to YouTube anyway.
Yeah.
You stream on Twitch and then you do your video on demand back to YouTube.
Well, it's because they delete your video on demand on Twitch.
Oh, they just get rid of it.
You can only keep it for like a month or whatever. and
Right,
it's gone.
right.
So
Unless
that's-
you highlight it.
So that's always going to be the strength of YouTube, and I think they've done a really good job currently to start turning streams into content that doesn't have to be viewed live.
Do you think it's going to have a big impact on the numbers that go through Twitch?
It's going to be interesting. I think Twitch, possibly for streamers that are on a lower level, like
Right.
the
Yeah.
people that they just want to get their content out and watch want their friends to watch and share
I
on
think the
social.
opposite.
Oh, really? But
Yeah.
I see Twitch having the dominance currently in the esports market and the live big events with the millions of
At the
viewers.
moment.
Yeah.
I think that's going to move.
I think
I
it's
think
definitely
because
gonna
of like at the moment you have so many live concerts and events through YouTube.
Yeah.
I can imagine that they're going to end up getting the live gaming events.
Well,
and
whoever
stuff,
takes
so-
that market is going to be the winner.
Yeah.
And YouTube's got the money to do it.
They've got the
They
money.
do.
They've got the
That's the
brand
thing.
as
You
well.
underestimate how
brand,
much money
the
Twitch
name.
has.
For example, like your parents might know what YouTube is, they're not going to know what Twitch is. And that's the same with people I work with that aren't so much video gamers. They probably have never heard of Twitch before, but they would see that YouTube is now having some gaming stuff added to it.
Yeah.
And so they might. I think YouTube's going to get an audience
They're gonna
that
stumble
may
across
not.
that.
Yeah, that Twitch won't ever get.
Yeah.
Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, I mean, it's
Yeah,
the same. Who knows? Like, it's the casualization of streaming. Maybe might happen through YouTube.
Yeah.
I wouldn't underestimate the power of Twitch currently. Like, I think in terms of the resource they're putting in, I think Twitch is probably putting in, more money than YouTube gaming is.
Yeah.
I think they probably have that market in terms of, being able to if you were covering an event, I think they'd probably have a better right to claim that
Yeah,
than
absolutely.
YouTube would. But obviously, when you're powered by Google,
Exactly, yeah.
yeah, it's gonna if they can't keep up the momentum, or if they do a couple of steps wrong. Obviously, they're powered by Amazon, like it's like two of the biggest companies in the world going at it in the gaming space. But there's a lot of money to be made, so yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see where it goes. I don't think it will ever be just one.
No,
Yeah.
that's the good thing about
Yeah.
it, right? Is
Yeah,
we'll push
yeah.
both of them to become better, and
Yeah.
that's never going to be a bad thing. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So I've been reserving everything that I'm going to say.
Yeah,
There's a lot to be said.
Because you do a lot of streaming.
I do a lot of streaming, and interacting with 2am Gaming. Shout out to 2am Gaming.
Every week.
Interacting with 2am Gaming, I've learnt a little bit about how major Twitch streamers can operate, and like how they can interact with their stream and what they can do. And YouTube doesn't do any of that. It's missing a hell of a lot of features.
But neither
that
did Twitch.
like
when
what
they
kind of
launched.
features?
True, and that's the thing. It could grow that way. But
That's
I've
almost not a
reason-
good argument though, because
No.
like your competitors
Yeah.
already have it.
It's
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
And there's a lot going for the fact that YouTube won't actually go in that direction, and that's mainly the idea that it's going towards the mainstream.
Yeah.
It caters to the mainstream, and it can't turn from how I see it, it can't turn YouTube live streaming into YouTube gaming live streaming, which is what Twitch has for the power of the gaming market. So currently on YouTube, when you start streaming, can you check into a game and be part of a games list that shows you who's streaming for that game? You can?
Yeah.
Okay, because I didn't see that feature, which is the other thing. But the other thing is that it does do for the mainstream market what Twitch can't do, which is streaming things like people do stream concerts and things on Twitch, but it's not known for that. It's not the space to do that. So I think for events that aren't gaming related, that's where the YouTube live streaming thing is going to get a lot more of their market as they develop, and they're going to, I think, develop features around that. But there's a lot of things that Twitch already, like people have built plugins for Twitch that work for streamers and work for gamers and things. So there's Twitch alerts, which tells you whenever someone subscribed, followed, or liked a VOD, or what it does, like loads of things,
Are those
donated.
things built into Twitch now, or are they still third party?
It's
Third party. They pull from Twitch's API.
I think they may have bought out Twitch alerts. I'm not sure though, but Twitch alerts is so powerful, and YouTube has nothing like that at the moment. But it might develop it.
I'm just waiting to see what people build for YouTube
Yeah.
and how they allow
Yeah.
people to interact with that.
True.
'Cause they
Yeah.
have been pretty open with
Yeah.
their APIs.
That's
so,
it. So it's going to come down to how YouTube says, like, to give people access to actually pull that kind of thing.
And people might rush to create these apps that Twitch has that they want on YouTube gaming because they want to keep it on gaming.
Yeah.
But again, you can't pop out the chat. You can't see who's joining your stream. You can't. There's no real way to interact with your viewers. There's no great reason to stream right now on YouTube gaming unless you're a low view streamer who's just trying to have fun and get stuff
or you make
out.
a lot of money off your YouTube channel that exists and you want to do your content.
Yeah. And the most powerful thing about it is that Twitch doesn't do VODs very well at all. It can't really handle VODs. You can't upload VODs afterwards with different content and cut them properly. You can only do highlights and stuff like that. YouTube is the VODs place, and that's really powerful because that's how a lot of the Twitch streamers make their money outside of, especially if they don't have subscriptions. If they have a large YouTube following, they get it from
This is why
advertising
YouTube
stuff.
people make more money than Twitch streamers.
Yes.
And it's like you can make double the money if you're on both services anyway, because right now there's no monetization for there being viewers on YouTube, as far as I know. But that's all what Twitch is about. So I think the two services will coexist to an extent, and I don't think YouTube's going to take over much of the gaming market as people may think it might. It just doesn't have the platform for doing it and the connections and things. But it could grow into that. And we don't know how things are going to change.
I think it's been out a week, and like
exactly.
the features they have are already really good. Like, and it's
See,
not
I don't
all
think
there.
I think the features they've got are garbage, but they're the baseline of what they need to build into something great.
So here's a question to wrap up this.
There's going to be a war
There's going to be a war.
Because I'm already started to take
But that's the
Okay,
thing with hot
here
chips.
goes.
I love it all being in the same place. I think that's fantastic. That is the big pull. All being in the same place. You only need to go to one page, one stream, one
But
thing.
for now, YouTube might be a little less interactive.
Yeah, it's just not the interactive power.
As people who all work within the gaming industry in some way, here's the question.
Mm-hmm.
You have to quit your current job and go and work today for either Twitch or YouTube. Where do you go?
YouTube.
You go
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, I go to YouTube.
You would also go to YouTube. Where would you go?
that's too hard of a decision for me
Where
to
would you
make.
go?
I'd honestly probably go for Twitch.
You'd go
like
to Twitch.
YouTube, you'd go to YouTube in my opinion, for the money. But
Right.
I'm always in it for the work experience.
I'd go there for the job security. Because I feel like
you want
YouTube might not win, but they'll never lose.
They'll never lose. Yeah. You got a point there.
Yeah.
And Twitch might. But I'd go for it just because that's where it had the funnest life and the funnest work experience.
That's actually a good way to look at it because Twitch would have the most to lose out of this competitive market, right?
Yeah.
If YouTube soaks up all their numbers, what does Twitch become?
I mean, Twitch has gone so long now without a competitor, a real competitor.
Exactly.
And that's going to be interesting now that they have one.
And I think that's really good as well. I'm excited to see how they play off each other because competition breeds, power and success and new things.
It's good for everyone too.
It's really exciting.
Interesting.
The real winners are the content creators.
Yeah.
No.
Just get everything everywhere. That's the thing with Twitch. Not with Twitch. With XSplit and with other various streaming things, you can stream in two places at once anyway. So who cares? Freaking just
Right.
do
You
it.
can't really interact in two places. at
No.
once.
You can't do
Yeah.
that. No, but you can sort of create an alert or
Yeah.
something that tells people, "Hey, I'm only
Also,
interacting with
yeah.
people on Twitter.
Yeah, true.
On Twitch." But if you're like most big streamers and you've got 6 monitors, you're not going to have a problem. You're going to have a problem.
There's 360 view.
With all the research that I've been doing for Leaping Tiger on the different Twitch streamers that you've found, they've all got this one video. It's like, here's my setup, and they're all like, monitor here,
Wow,
here,
really?
They actually run 2 PCs.
Yeah.
So they
Yeah.
have a PC that's completely dedicated for gaming, and they
Yeah.
use the whole of that, performance to actually run that game.
Yeah.
And then the HDMI cable goes off and runs into the other computer,
So they get
which,
Streams the
which
content,
just
yeah.
streams the
wow.
content.
Okay, cool.
And they can do all the web
'Cause you
browsers
don't
and
want-
talk
'cause
to everyone.
Streaming's quite heavy on your CPU.
True.
Yeah, yeah.
So they don't want that processing to be taken away
A
from
lot of people don't
right.
realise that. They're like, I've got to upgrade my internet. No,
Yeah.
it's
A lot of people
probably
think
a
like
CPU.
streaming comes down to your RAM and your graphics. It doesn't. It's a processor.
Yeah.
Right,
It
right.
actually
Yeah.
hits your processor.
But that's what you were saying before about. I'm blanking on it. About. No, I'm blanking.
And that's all for this week. On that, we're done.
And that wraps up our segment about streaming.
In fact,
Yes.
that wraps up second episode.
That does in
Yeah.
fact wrap up.
You've got
our
number
hot chips
3,
episode.
but you've...
Well, yeah, no, technically episode 2.
I'm going to unblank in the comments section. Don't worry.
No.
All right, thanks so much for joining us once again.
Hey.
Like and subscribe and all of that good stuff, and we will see you in a fortnight.
All right, thanks.
See ya.
Oh.